Welcome back to another virtual lunch with Jared Halal, sponsored by Inphlu. Today's live session should be a lot of fun. We will continue our conversation about campaign planning, but Jared will dive into the Inphlu platform. As you know, Inphlu is the sponsor of these live sessions, and we want to take the time today to walk you through the key phrases and tags features within our platform that pull together all your strategy and research to create AI-powered content. Jared.
Thanks so much, Morgan. Today, we're going to talk about key phrases and tags, and we're going to talk about them in reference to the Inphlu platform. But I thought it would be a good idea to just talk about how I used to do social media management. Basically, with my clients, I would talk with them, and we would pinpoint several key phrases and interests that they have. And the list was probably very long. It was probably 20 or 30 different topics, of course. Depending on the industry, the topics could go much longer than that. And those are sometimes one word focuses, or sometimes they are key phrases, like things that would be multiple words, like keywords, but just multiple words. And in Inphlu, we call those interchangeably key phrases or tags within the platform. So I'll talk about that. So as a social media manager, we would then kind of highlight what we're going to do for, say, a quarter or for a 1 month period. And we would do the searches. I used to do those searches, write the posts, do all that work with the client and schedule out their posts. So sometimes a week in advance, sometimes some of the posts would go out 30 days or 90 days in advance as well. And after meeting Josh and working with his team, Inphlu became a really good fit for cutting my time down on the searches and on the writing of the post. And the AI-powered part of Inphlu is really nice because it actually will help write a basic post and find all that content, find the third-party content and everything, bring it in, write the post, find the picture, the link, put it all together, and then help schedule it out 30 days in advance. And then I'm able to kind of work with it. So I can rewrite the post, I can edit it, and I'm going to show you that here today. So I'm excited to be able to talk about this. So what are key phrases? So in the terms of Inphlu, but also probably as you search on Google or Bing or whatever search engine you're using, YouTube, key phrases are multiple words as of searching in that search engine itself. Sometimes people do those searches even in Facebook or whatever. So multiple words. They usually, as a business, you're putting in key phrases that are services you provide. So it might be a topic about real estate or a topic about trucking. So you're talking about those services that you provide. Whether it's a business-to-business interaction or a business-to-client interaction where someone's purchasing a product from your store, we always want to add content that is something that is interesting to your clients. So in the case of a car dealership or a car maintenance facility, you might be looking for third-party content that is how to keep your car clean, or how to clean the tires at home, or how to maintain this or that on the vehicle at home. So you're giving your clients something more than just selling your product. You're giving them interesting things that they might want to know. Of course, every business is in a community, is in a city or town, and those key phrases might have to do with community events or causes or organizations within your community. So they are phrases that allow you to position yourself as like a supporter of that group, or as maybe even an expert with that group or that event. So especially if you've sponsored its business an event, you will want to use those key phrases that search for those types of events from that organization. Key phrases can also be in reverse of what your clients care about. They can be topics that you care about as a business owner. Maybe your employees all care about one certain thing that really means a lot to them. Whether it is Big Brothers Big Sisters or some other organization. Well, those are, as a business, you want some of your posts to come out in third-party content that are topics that you care about, because that tells the personality of your of your client. Of your company to the client or to the customer, and it allows you to again tell your story more fully, because you're saying, I care about this topic, or I care about this specific thing. um, and then finally, and there's probably other key phrases types, but key phrases can also be things that are kind of on the periphery of your what you do. So if you are a mortgage company and you want to pull in, some people that maybe are looking at just their finances or how to make a budget or that type of thing, you can use those key phrases sometimes to pull in and stretch your clientele base. So you're actually reaching out to people with the content that means a little bit to them, but might be on the periphery of what you do as a business. So that's really what key phrases are. And again, in the Inphlu platform, which I will show you here in a minute, that is also interchangeable with tags. So as I spoke before, I thought it would be helpful to kind of think through what the old way was of social media management and what the new way can be. So I know that the steps that I took every month was I would choose those key phrases for the month. Again, usually with a client, some of those stayed the same from month to month. I would type each one into a search, usually weekly, to find the content. I would aggregate and I would read the results of those. So I'd be reading articles, be sifting through those. I would have multiple tabs open on my screen. So sometimes 7 to 10 tabs might be open or more on my screen. I would go through and I need to write the post. I would need to find the graphic that would go with that and make sure that that graphic had, especially if I'm pulling it off of another service, had all the copyright information with it. And then I would also create the hashtags, find and create the hashtags as we've talked about in past weeks. I would schedule the post in Meta or whatever platform I'm using, or I would have to plan on logging in at the time that I wanted to post it. And then I would, of course, repeat this, for the next week or so. Again, planning a month out sometimes, but usually it was every week. So I found myself spending somewhere between 30 and 40 hours, depending on the client. So it was 30 or 40 hours. It was really, at the time, it was just what I did. And, after doing that for several clients for a time, I realized there's a better way to do this. So with Inphlu, I am able to make posting more of kind of like jumping in a ball pit with tons of colors, and I'm able to move things around, and I'm able to have a little bit more fun with this than looking at just a stream of Google information or from some other source that just gives you the articles and the titles. Inphlu just makes it more fun to interact with content that is in those key phrases that you want. So my steps and the time especially cut down quite a bit. So I would choose those key phrases for the month. I would go into Inphlu, type those in, click generate post in Inphlu. I would read some of the articles that they gave me, good high quality articles that are from reputable sources and that type of thing. And I would accept or reject those posts. And then I would repeat it for the next week or so. And I would spend about 3 to 4 hours each month doing that, so that those posts were ready to go. If I'm editing, it might take a little bit longer, about that time. But definitely going in and editing for the client is important, and making sure that's right. The great thing about Inphlu is as you accept things, the AI remembers that you like this type of content, so you get more of that content the next time that you generate posts. And as you reject things, the AI remembers what you've rejected. So if you don't like a source, say because it's out of your area or it's a competitor, the AI remembers that and it takes it out of the running for any content in the future. So that the way the learning happens with AI really is over time, especially over 2 to 3 month period, even cut down the time more and more to this 3 or 4 hours a month at the most of looking for the posts, generating them. They're already written for me because AI has done that. And then boom, they're ready to go. So I thought it would be helpful, to kind of jump in and show you what this looks like in Inphlu. So as we look at that, when we log into Inphlu, we're able to put some content in there about our company. But the main thing that we're going to do with Inphlu is we're going to go to key phrases and accounts. And in that, we're going to link our social media accounts that we want to use. And then we have over 40 industries here that we can choose from. That we've done the research at Inphlu. We've come up with these key phrases that will help you get started. And definitely your clients and your company will have unique ones that you want as well. So for example, if you do care about Big Brothers Big Sisters or McDonald's House or Ronald McDonald House or something like that, you'll be able to type that in as well. So we choose trucking, and then we choose 5 or less key phrases here. And if I wanted to, I could remove one of these and then type in my own key phrase as well. So we can do up to 5 key phrases. And as you can tell, key phrases and tags are interchangeable in this platform. So they are here so that you can choose the content you want. In some months, you might have a specific focus. Like, so for example, in the month of October, in November, we're really focused on Christmas. That will be articles about, say, the Christmas sales or about Christmas events that are coming up. Definitely, leading up to summer, we're thinking of lakes and outdoor activities and things to do outdoors. If you're into events, that's going to be one of your phrases. You're going to put the word summer in this tag phrase. So whatever you put, it'll be summer events for wherever you live. Might even be the month. So, for example, if you know that there is a lot of activities in May in your area, you would put May events for. So again, you can hone this down as much as you want, but up to 5 key phrases. And what we're showing here is in Inphlu, this is going to pull up. There's about 444 bits of content out there that we could possibly pull into our generate posts page. So I will show you that next. And of course, I hit save. One other thing to add here is that as you choose to reject posts, especially things like from different websites, it will actually start saving those excluded tags or key phrases right here in this bank. And so what it's doing is it's taking those out so that in the future you will not see content from this website right here. Great. So when I do that, what I'm going to do next is go to dashboards. To my storyboard and generate posts. And the very first time that I do this, and I'm going to try to do that here in a minute to another key phrase set, is that I hit this generate post. This will be totally blank. The screen will be blank, and you're going to hit generate posts. And what it's going to do is going to give you 30 days from the time you generate post that first time, 30 days worth of content. So you're going to be able to plan a whole month out. If your industry is timely and you need to generate posts, say once a week, you can come in here weekly and fill in the blanks for the next week. So your first date here is today, May 26th, and this puts the first bit of content in here. And so here's what I have. These are actual posts that are ready to go. They've been written, the picture's been chosen, the content's been found, and I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So here we're talking about trucking. It's about blockchain in Canada. And what we see here is this is what the post generally will look like. So it has the graphic. It has the attribution to the graphic because here is the article that is there as well. And it also has the post that has been written for you. It gives you, given your key phrase, it has made a hashtag out of that. And of course, you can edit this as well. And I'll show you that. So you can add the hashtags that you want to add to each of your posts, depending on the topic. So when I log into the edit field, which is that little pencil button, it's going to show me what each of my posts is going to look like through all the platforms. And here is my opportunity to edit everything. I can edit the title, I can edit the caption. If I don't want to say click the link below to read more, I can change that. I can do up to 450 characters right here in this block as well. And then I can add different hashtags here if I would like to, and make it so that those appear. The other great thing about Inphlu, along with the key phrases that I can put in to find this content, is I can actually add up to 3 images, 1 animated GIF, or a video. So if I, for example, had an expert in my field, in my office, wanted to talk about blockchain, I could have that person actually read the article, and we could shoot a short video of that person kind of summarizing the video or how important that is. And this can be posted on the correct platform for the topic. So as I save this, and I can actually schedule the post on that edit page as well. I now have a post that is ready to go. As you can see right here, it added my hashtag, it moved to put the link below to read more down below, so it made my edits. And all I have to do is hit approve. And when I approve that, 2 things happen. It's scheduling it for the 27th, which is tomorrow. I can schedule the time as well. But it also is telling the AI is going to look for more content like this. So the next time you come around, we're talking about blockchain, it's going to look for more content that's similar to this for the next time I generate posts. And those key phrases have controlled all of this. Key phrases have allowed me to create the content that now I can easily move around to another day. It just swaps the locations and I'm ready to go. Those key phrases appear up here so I can actually see how many of each of the key phrase, and it tries to balance it out so that it's an equal amount depending on how many key phrases you are using. So that is key phrases in Inphlu, and I'm going to show you another sample of one. So in the past, when I would be looking for, say, college students in health insurance, I would take this key phrase and I would put it into a Google search, and I would pull up some great content. This is super content. I mean, no question. I can sit and I can read this. I can get it ready. I have to write a post. I have to find the link, and I have to find a picture that will go with it. And then I also have to make sure all the copyright information is ready for that graphic that I'm going to use. So the topic here is college students and health insurance. So I thought it would be important for us to look right here. We're going to look at health and wellness. And when I do this, I'm going to search some of these topics. So I'm just adding those in here. And if my company right here cares about fitness, events in Louisville, I can add that right there. And I'm ready to go. It's going to pull about 464 bits of content. I'm going to save that. My social media is linked. I'm going to save that. We're going to do this in real time so you can see what it does. We have my storyboards. We put in those key phrases. We're going to go to generate posts. And when we do that, we're going to hit this button right up here. It's a blank page. It's going to pull 30 days worth of content today. And then on this date, every month, we'll be able to do that for you. So if you wanted to, you could put out a post a day right here from written content by AI from the key phrases you've chosen. So what it's doing is it's going out using those key phrases just like I did individually for that Google search that I just showed you. And it's looking for that good content. It's looking for content that fits those key phrases, good SEO, good sources, and again, it'll learn the sources as you accept and reject the posts. And it's looking for a picture. It's writing a caption. It's putting the click-through link on there, hashtag that you've created based on the key phrase, and it's going to generate up to 30 posts right here. We like to say that it'll take 2 to 3 minutes because we don't know the speed necessarily of the internet, but generally it takes about 1 minute for it to do this. And once it appears on the page, then I'm able to interact with 30 different bits of information that I want to use possibly for my client or for myself, for my own business. So we're going to let that generate. And as it does, we will also be showing you how the calendar works, because it actually does create, as you approve content, a calendar that you will see that is your scheduled posts. So as this comes up on the screen, you're looking at it and you're finding the healthy diet tips and shopping on a budget and fitness and wellness, and healthy living during stressful times and fitness events in Louisville, all generating this content. And I'm able to interact with this. I'm able to read the article. So I'm able to click right here and read that article. There's a couple ways to do that and make sure that this is information that I care about. And then I'm able to edit that post with that edit button right below. I'm also able to share it with multiple platforms, Facebook and Twitter, and two sources, personal and business, of LinkedIn. And then I'm able to move items around as I want to and schedule the time on the day that I move it to a time that is convenient for my potential clients to see it. And then as I go through and approve this content, just by clicking the green check mark, it's going to appear on our calendar. And I'm going to show you that next. And as I reject it, remember and approve, that AI is remembering what I liked and what I didn't like. So here's the view scheduled posts. It's a calendar worth of content, 30 days, and it's all ready to go. It's written and everything. Of course, some people want to edit that, and that's wonderful. That's important to give your opinion about that. So that is key phrases and tags, both interchangeably used in Inphlu. And we are going to be back next week, and I'm excited to show you another topic. Thank you so much.